Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah. But moving on, I want to get to one thing that I did not expect was the Seahawks versus the Colts. So we were pretty tough on the Seahawks. They only drafted 3 players in the 2021 NFL draft. They really have not addressed the offensive line, which has allowed Russell Wilson to be not only the most hit quarterback last season, but over the last decade, really. And so I didn't think that they would really be able to take advantage of the Colts the way that they did. And I mean, they looked like the Seahawks again.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson looked really good. He did have to run. He did get hit a decent bit. But DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett made plays down the field. Chris Carson looked pretty good, getting runs.
Yeah.
And the Colts, I thought it would be a smoother transition with Carson Wentz into that offense, but they just didn't look quite prepared. It kind of reminds me of last year when Phillip Rivers showed up. They came out and kind of sucked against the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And then they ended up coming back and then making a playoff run. But
yeah,
it'll work out.
Yeah. This game's kind of funny for us because we were very low on the Seahawks and yet very high on the Colts and getting Carson Wentz and coming back. And we kind of ate our words a little bit in this game. But I still think, though, it's props to the Seahawks. And I will say they only gave up – they did give up 3 sacks. But really besides that, they were very efficient with the ball. Russell Wilson went 18 for 23, 254 yards, 4 touchdowns. You always love to see that. And he had a QB rating of 152.3. So Chris Carson had 91 yards. They had 140 rushing yards total. They just looked very efficient, very veteran-like. Tyler Lockett, who is also on my fantasy team, had 100 yards with 2 touchdowns. So, very veteran performance. I honestly would have thought, especially with the issues that they had and the Colts addressing the defensive line by drafting Kwity Paye in the first round, thought that they would have had a little bit more trouble with just kind of defending the Colts or protecting Russell Wilson from that Colts defense. But they came in well. Starting on the road in week 1 is always tough. And it'll be interesting to see how they keep performing from here, especially then if they perform better than expected, especially for us. That NFC West division becomes it's going to become crazy because Arizona, of course, they were playing against a weaker defense in Tennessee. Arizona looks amazing. San Francisco is San Francisco. They're going to put up points, and their defense should improve.
Yeah.
The Rams, and we're watching the game right now with the Rams. The Rams are expected to be extremely solid. So it's going to be
after watching the games today, I can with extreme confidence say that the NFC West is the best division in pro football right now.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt. I think all 4 teams could potentially make a playoff push. And that's a big flip, I guess, for seeing Seattle from what we've been saying about them all offseason after week 1. But they just looked like the Seahawks again. I thought we would see some sort of regression in that offense, but I didn't see anything. I still think that defense is a little bit of a concern. The Colts had a few possessions that got to the red zone where they either had a turnover, either on downs or an interception or fumble. So I do think it's something to keep an eye on, but good performance overall from the Seahawks.